Archbishop Andrews orders to put Jesus under house arrest. Archbishop Andrews Thazhath, the President of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India and the Apostolic Administrator of Ernakulam-Angamaly Archdiocese, orders to put Jesus under house arrest. The latest cruel act of Archbishop Andrews Thazhath is to blackmail the deacons of the Ernakulam-Angamaly Archdiocese. The Archbishop refuses to ordain 8 deacons to priesthood, unless they sign a declaration formulated by him. While all their batchmates in other get ordained this December, they will be denied it, not for their fault but for the failure of the Archbishop to bring peace and order in the Archdiocese. He took over the chair of the Apostolic Administrator of the Archdiocese in July 2022. Until today he could not celebrate a single Holy Mass in the Archdiocese. Because the people and the priests strongly oppose the synodal mode of Mass, a decision unilaterally imposed by the Bishops' Synod in 2021. Even the head and the Major Archbishop of the Church, Cardinal Alenchery, could celebrate only one Mass in his Cathedral Basilica at Ernakulam with the protection of hundreds of policemen. Archbishop Andrews also tried to impose the synodal mode with the police force but failed due to severe opposition from the laity. As a result of all these most unbecoming acts of church leadership, the Cathedral Basilica still remains closed for more than 1 year. Though the Archdiocese of Ernakulam Angamaly started to celebrate Holy Mass facing the people soon after the Second Vatican Council, the Synod of Bishops wanted to impose a 50-50 mode of celebration in a non-synodal way. The people and the priests in 320 churches, except 4 churches, have taken a resolved decision against the synodal mode even after the excommunication threat of Archbishop Cyril Vasil, the Pontifical delegate for the Archdiocese. This unsolved liturgical dispute on a rubric has now grown to be a matter of personal revenge for Archbishop Andrews, the president of the CBCI. As the deacons, their families, and the respective parishioners are eagerly waiting for their holy ordination after their 12-year-long formation, the Autocrat Archbishop Andrews Thazhath takes advantage of the time by asking the deacons to sign a declaration prepared by him saying that they would celebrate Mass only in synodal mode in their lifetime. The deacons and their parents ask why the Archbishop conditionally demands something beyond their capacity. While he or the Major Archbishop is not able to celebrate Mass in the Archdiocese in the synodal mode even with the help of the police force, why does he demand the same to deacons? Archbishop Andrews knows from his own experience that the deacons won't be able to celebrate Holy Mass in any parish of the Archdiocese in the synodal mode even if they personally wish to do so. The deacons have already informed him of the same in the meeting held at Aluva Seminary on November 17, 2023. Now it is a very clear fact that Archbishop Andrews abuses the power of an Apostolic Administrator by targeting 8 young seminarians at the most vulnerable time in their lives. They have longed for the day of ordination and have prepared themselves for this day for more than 11 years. But Archbishop Andrews, having nothing of humanity in character, is bargaining with the lives of the deacons of the Archdiocese. Human rights activists and the Vatican should intervene in the inhuman approach of Archbishop Andrews Thazhath and get him removed from his ministry as Archbishop. The senior bishops and priests from the archdioceses ask why the church authority is deaf to the voice of the faithful in a matter of a simple rubric which is not evil in itself, but on the contrary good and an accepted practice for more than 50 years in the archdiocese. The rubric, Mass facing the people, is already a widely accepted liturgical norm in many of the Eastern churches and in the Latin Church. Why do the bishops fail to be sensitive to the sense of faith of the faithful? Major Archbishop Cardinal Alenchery is already running on bail from a criminal case registered by a faithful of the Archdiocese. He faces other 14 registered cases for misappropriation of funds, documents, and breach of trust. Archbishop Andrews himself has registered multiple cases against the priests and people of the Archdiocese of Ernakulam-Angamaly. Since Archbishop Andrews is the head of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India and the representative participant of the Global Synod on Synodality, the latest cases of arrogance and abuse of power by him have become a headache and shame for all the Catholic bishops in India. But as always, the question remains, who will tie the bell for the cat?